Let me get my stream open. Do 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 do. Clicky. There it is. Open. Okay, hold on. Let me check my audio really quick, and I shall return. Okay. Oh, my video's buffering. Okay. Sorry, hold on a second. Okay. Excuse me. Hello, and welcome to Batman the Telltale series. This is episode 2, Children of Arkham, here on the screen, clearly. We're picking up right where we left off in episode 1, and it's right after we find out that Alfred knew about Thomas Wayne working with Falcone, or being friends with Falcone, when Alfred had told Bruce that he didn't have anything to do with Falcone, he didn't want anything to do with Falcone, but Alfred lied, and now we find out why. Couple things I want to say before I start that I always say. If you're in a live chat, please don't spoil it for anybody else. If they haven't seen it before, they can see it for the first time. And I'm not going to be talking through major plot points, cutscenes, and, well, everything. The whole thing is cutscenes, so, like, major plot points and major dialogue, but I'm not going to be talking through them so that you're not hearing my voice over the main game or then the story, so I'm not, like, ruining it for anybody, okay? So, there is a little bit of, like, previously on, and it'll show, like, segments and stuff from episode 1, key points that will happen in this episode that will be further indulged in this episode, I suppose. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so there was an error in the last thing. So, I played episode 1, clearly yesterday, and then I went to start it today. I went to start episode 2 today, and I started the stream and everything, and then the game errored and closed and entirely just removed my thing, so then I had to go back to episode 1, start it over again, get to it, pause it, and quit it, so then I could come back in here and start back at the beginning for episode 2. So it's just going to auto-generate the random decisions and such for episode 1, but hopefully it'll do it in a good way and not like a stupid way. Yes, here's the previously on. Hopefully it's like the same as it had been, because I mean, most of what I had chosen
A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door.
the popular decision anyway.
When this
So.
whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Together, we will change Gotham. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale, not interested, and reporter for the Gotham Gazette. Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Your father knew which hands to shake.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous.
I don't think it shows much of the decisions in these things.
This is Selina.
I think it's just
How many?
major things, not
I'd
like
have to count the
decisions
pieces.
that I had to make.
Falcone's calling card.
The chemicals. Where are they? We're all being played here, including you.
Oh no, why did it do it that way? Come on.
It's the Waynes.
Great.
Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
Great. Now I have to deal with that. That's fun. Oh man. Thanks, game erroring. Now you just ruined my decisions. The decision makings. I don't know how to word that. What I had done is I didn't brutalize Falcone like that. He just did. And great. Yay. Thank you. Thanks, game. Cool.
You don't have to do this.
Only you now, Master Bruce. I thought I might find you here. The news was upsetting for both of us. But you should see this. I know you come here for solitude, Bruce. More allegations about his ties to the underworld. This isn't going away. It's all so public and messy.
Tell me, all of this is a lie.
I wish I could. There are no angels in Gotham, Bruce. Maybe there never were. I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
My money has never corrupted me.
And I'm proud of you. But you're hardly the norm. Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Falcone, the papers, they were telling the truth. Everyone knew about this but me.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want you to know I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
How could I hold this against you? You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again. This is the first time I've been back here since that night. When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne. He was simply too well known. Too big. Yet, there it was.
If my father was that deep in crime, he would have had enemies.
Well, it's a fair assumption. You don't think. You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Sorry.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
Okay, now this is where it aired the first time. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. Okay. Please don't mess me up. Please. Oh, God. Made it through it.
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that. She was always so good to me.
Okay. There's graffiti here.
He just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I always wanted to be brave. Just like him.
And you are. He would be so proud to see that you took a different path.
Okay. And then this is the last section, I think. Sorry.
I want him standing here. Oh.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
I'd only want to ask him one question. Why? My parents could have given him anything. Why would he just shoot them?
He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
This is the last little bit of
Where
this section.
exactly does the memory end?
With my father pleading, you don't have to do this. And the gunfires.
And after that? There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
Oh, that was a great view.
Stay back.
Take whatever you want.
Nothing personal. Just business. They told me you had it coming.
You don't have to do this. No, Falcone. He was making a mistake.
Oh, that was great. Oh, the eye. Yeah, there was like
Bruce,
black
are
spots
you all right?
and glitches.
It wasn't a mugging. They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Now, apparently, because I quote-unquote brutalized him because of those stupid events, I don't know what's going to happen, actually. I think I do. I think I did it the first time I played this game, the second time. I did play this game twice. This is the third time. Jeez. Scared me.
Getting you in to see Falcone like this? I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm always here for you, but this could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
Look, I get that, Harv, okay? And it means a lot to me.
I know it does, Bruce. It doesn't make it any easier. The last time you disappeared behind closed doors with Falcone, the press made us pay.
Yeah.
At least tell me what
Great.
this is about. Look, I'm all for blind support.
I'm not sure, but I think Falcone put a hit on my parents.
Wait, what? Bruce, that's terrible.
That's why I have to speak with him. I have to know for sure.
Bruce, I appreciate you opening up to me, but just try and keep it cool in there. I don't want any headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Gentlemen, we finally put Falcone in his cage. Now, thanks to the information you gave me, Bruce, he won't ever get out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Information? What information?
Oh, great.
Well, I assumed you knew. I was going to contact your office first thing.
I gave him some evidence against Falcone.
Great,
More
this
like
happened.
a catalog of his entire criminal empire. It's a case that'll put Falcone away for life.
Is that a fact?
It's the reason I said yes to this unorthodox request.
Great.
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you, despite what the media is saying.
Thanks, Sergeant.
We had to put Falcone in the infirmary. Batman practically tore him in half.
Great.
He's helped us a lot in the past, but if you ask me, he's out of control.
Well, if it makes the city safer, who cares if a few thugs get hurt?
I care. That's not the city I want to live in.
Well, at least someone's getting tough on these guys. I tell you, I'd rather have Falcone in here than out on the street.
You weren't there, Harvey. You didn't see it.
Great. If I could do this the right way, man.
All right, Falcone's inside. You say what you gotta say. We'll be out here.
I really wish it didn't err and take my decisions away when I had to do it. I could end it and completely restart, but I don't want to. It's too much. He ends up in here anyway, I think. But,
The hell? Bruce Wayne. You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week. It's like a mausoleum in here.
We need to talk, Falcone.
You weren't so eager the last time we met. But then, I knew you'd come around. Especially after the press got their teeth into you. You're your father's son. Yeah, that's right. Tommy and I were close. More than friends. More like cousins. Going back decades.
Until you sent Joe Chill to kill him.
Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh? The pup digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. Hey, I tried to get through to your dense party. Maybe I should have spelled it out.
We are not family, Falcone.
If you're anything like Thomas Wayne, then we're not so different. Your father, Hill, and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain. Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh? 40 years I keep my veins clean of any of that gunk. But you never forget the tender kiss. It'd be so easy to give me the whole vial, wouldn't it? Enough there to put an old dog down forever. 'Cause you'll never know the whole story. How much of your parents do you have in you?
I'm not a murderer.
No, you're not. That's why you were kept in the dark. Much better, kid. Thank you. Gesture like that reminds me of your mother. Your father may have been the doctor, but Martha, she had the human touch. I think you got more of her in you, to tell the truth. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know. You took her from me when I was 9 years old.
What, you really think I hired Chill? Sure. I worked with Joe Chill from time to time. Put a button on someone, he'd take him out. But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
So who did?
You can't trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call friend. Your parents learned that.
They're waiting for you in hell!
That happens no matter what.
The bastard had to die.
The decisions made were all like the wrong ones. Come on. Because of the restart and the stupid...
Down! Get a doctor! Secure this floor! No one gets in or out! Go! Go!
But yeah, he gets put in the infirmary anyway. Even if you don't quote-unquote brutalize him. I don't know why it did that. I don't know why it chose the violent decision. Like, why? This game, man. If it didn't air, there's a lot of problems with this game. Even still, it aired out a bunch, but the first two times I played it.
Deep shit. I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp.
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
It just doesn't make any sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Harvey's right. We need to control this story or someone else will.
Then we need the whole story, not just part of it.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ. I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Tell me if she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine.
Hold up. Neck.
Fresh injection site. That doesn't look like blood. Her veins, still visible beneath her skin. Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the results.
Where am I? Mr. Wayne? What's going on? Oh, but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
Oh, God. Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me. I talked big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never, never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then I just felt light, like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was that I had to stop that. I had to, no matter what. The reasons why I should've, they were a million miles away.
Did you see a face? Could you ID a suspect?
I don't think so.
You must remember some detail. Try.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me, like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about revolution.
Cobblepot said something similar.
I don't know why you said that out loud.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. So how is she? Did she tell you anything?
Yeah, hey, don't worry about that now.
Montoya remembers being drugged.
I was out of my mind, Lieutenant. Please believe me.
Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce! What are you doing here? My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories about some kind of lockdown?
I'm sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off. Word is there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
Always digging for a story, huh?
So it's true?
I didn't say that.
Word is you turned over enough dirt on Falcone to put him in Blackgate Prison for life. A day after he showed up at your house. And now you're here. You can't afford to be associated with another scandal. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. The shots, a cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened.
A police sergeant, Renee Montoya.
Wait, Sergeant Montoya?
You didn't get this from me.
It did this whole thing wrong, and it's making me upset because episode 2, when I did it the first time, it aired, and yeah. Now I had to restart it. I had to restart episode 1, then go back to episode 2, be able to not continue from where I was, but, you know, restart so that anything that had been streamed before wasn't lost, or it wasn't, like, confused. It was like, oh, it just started in the middle of something, right? No. So now the decisions that it made automatically were pretty much all the wrong ones.
Either Cobblepot drugged Montoya himself, or someone else is using his revolutionary rhetoric. Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his cell. In the meantime, we have to find out what we can do about this drug.
The computer's been analyzing the chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue I scan on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found at the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he'd meet his maker? Prone in his sickbed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him. No one will miss him, you can be sure of that. I hope he told you something before he was killed. What did you learn from him?
Practically family, he said.
Family? Funny, I don't recall any Sunday dinners with the mob.
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the two compounds.
Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, my video was acting up. Here, my computer.
This refined drug is like a weapon. It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters and make her act on her base impulses. The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was messy. They were out of control. Both compounds seem stable, but they're quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind? Fighting your wars is one thing, but drugging others to fight them for you? Oh.
Considering the amount they stole from Falcone, they could build a small army of remorseless assassins.
The thought is chilling. Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
Find her now! Send a strong message.
Okay. Can I thank you? Where is it? There it is. Okay.
Bring me her head.
Anybody else? Anything else? No? Okay. Cool. I think I know exactly where this one's at. Yeah, it's right there. Perfect.
There you go. You'll be alright. Alright.
Sorry. Didn't know it was giving me the option to do this.
The Skyline Club. Jesus, didn't even wait for Falcone's body to get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne already tried talking with Cobblepot. It's time he met the Batman.
I'm sorry about the way it turned out because of the automatic decisions being made, but you know, stupid game errors and you have to restart without making your own decisions. Yeah, that's right.
Come on, I know there's gonna be more around here. The man probably had millions in his sock drawer alone. If Falcone finds out I helped you, he'll kill me. Your boss won't be doing much of anything. Ever again.
Okay.
You lot, come check out this office. Where is... I don't know! Please, Mr. Name's mate. You can help me, or you can...
Let him go.
Batman! It's about time! You kill a crime boss, you'd expect a word of thanks from Gotham's #1 vigilante. Oh, don't worry, I'll pass your gratitude on to those who made it happen.
I said let him go.
You hear that, Roland? That sounded like an order.
I'll crush him.
Now, have a little respect for the Bat. Think he underestimates you. Is this about Falcone? We all saw how you felt about Falcone. Impaling a man on live TV.
If you were truly the defender of this city, you'd have finished the job yourself.
Admit it, Falcone deserved to die.
Come on, I wish.
Like Falcone, they deserve to be stomped out.
You don't decide who lives and who dies. That's not justice.
But it's bloody well satisfying, isn't it? As a show of good faith, I'm gonna let this one go. How's about we talk this through? We helped you with Falcone. Now, if we could just cut out the rest of the rot, like Wayne and Hill, ordinary folks might be able to breathe.
Oswald Cobblepot. What is it about this place that attracts criminal scum like you?
Gotta admit, you've got flair. Here's the thing. I actually admire you, Batman. We both want the same kinds of things. Me and my people, we've got big plans for Gotham.
They found Catwoman.
What do you want with her?
We had a deal. She didn't make good on it. So sorry this didn't work out, mate. I'd stay to watch. I would, but I still got a Catwoman problem to deal with. Oh, what's her name again?
Selina.
Yes! Oh, beautiful name.
Combat. Ow. You mess anything up here, you instantly die.
Gonna have to try harder than this.
Yeah.
Alfred, track down Selina Kyle.
I'll find her right away.
Stupid pre-made decisions, man. It's making me mad. Need to talk to you urgently. Stack deck 6 p.m. no capes. I love how randomly everybody he talks to, he suddenly has their phone number.
Is that Bruce Wayne?
No, it's not Bruce Wayne.
Oh, tunes for drinking, dancing, and fighting. Not necessarily in that order.
Not necessarily in that order.
The cops raided his house. Sorry, his manor.
You lost? Because I don't have time for tourists. Looks like you walked into the wrong bar.
You know Selena Kyle? There are men after her.
Uh-huh. When aren't there?
Well, these ones are trying to kill her.
Hey, don't I know you? It is you. Knew it. Cops take all your fancy clothes? Are you trying to lay low?
Buy you a drink?
How about a few? It ain't like you're short on cash.
Leave him alone, Frank. Man's just trying to have a quiet drink.
You didn't seem to mind the company. Whatever.
Instantly backs off.
Selena, I need to tell you something important.
Better be an apology. You were supposed to take care of our mutual problem. Instead, you just pissed him off.
That's why I'm here. You're in danger.
I've had rats on my tail all day.
The man who hired you, his name is Oswald Cobblepot.
Never heard of him.
He goes by Penguin.
Penguin? Shit. Ugh, you've got to be kidding me. You should have just killed me on that rooftop. I'm dead anyway. When you screw someone over, you really screw them. The Penguin.
Penguin can't take on both of us, and I'm not going anywhere. Clearly you know something about him.
I only know him by reputation. I'm surprised you never heard of him. He's a big deal across the pond. He's more dangerous than you think.
I grew up with Oz. He's the first real friend I ever had.
I'm not surprised. Questionable morals and a penchant for theatrics. You two have a lot in common. The question is, why Gotham? Why now? It's not like he's hurting for crime syndicates abroad. Why leave that?
He thinks he's changing the world for the better, no matter the cost.
Well, he's no Joan of Arc, that's for sure. Well, I'm not sticking around here to find out.
Oswald, Penguin is about to unleash God knows what on the city. You can't just leave.
A good reason not to be here when he does. You want to stay? That's your choice.
Oh.
If Penguin is everything you say, there's no tree high enough for you to climb. He will find you.
So what are you suggesting? The bat helps the cat?
And the cat helps the bat.
Bruce, sweetie, the gallant knight thing, it really is adorable. But what would Harvey think? The two of us, working together? After all, I'm not really an all work and no play kind of girl. Harvey knows that.
I'm sorry, why are we talking about Harvey?
He's your friend, isn't he? Just seeing how much of a conscience you really have. You and I...
It just gets really loud when these guys walk in.
Please, don't wreck my bar. Well, Bruce, you were right.
Selena Kyle, Penguin says hello. Beat it. We're here for her. If you care about your own skin...
Gentlemen, please. Sit. Have a drink. Let's work this out like civilized people.
We're done talking.
Hey, buddy. Wrecked. Sorry. Jeez. This way.
Not done yet.
There we go. Classic back-to-back fighting.
I think they want more.
Then let's give it to him.
Oh, man. Wrecked.
You fight pretty good. For such a pretty boy.
Run.
Come on, this way.
Okay, there's that.
Quick, check the alleyway.
You see anything?
Negative. Let's check the other side.
Didn't look very hard.
Are we alone?
Yeah, we're alone.
Just because
Let's get
YOLO.
outta here. I'll take the rooftops. You take the alley.
Wait. Yes or no, will you help me stop Penguin?
I'm gonna say maybe, but only because he's trying to kill me.
Pretty good reason to say yes.
You shouldn't trust me, you know.
Alfred, I'm uploading the contents of a smartphone to the back computer. Check to see if there's anything on the phone we can use.
Processing it now. Is everything all right? There are quite a few police cars convening on your location.
It's fine. Has the back computer found anything yet?
Bruce, there are a number of messages here. All from Mayor Hill.
Mayor Hill?
The last voicemail is his. Listen to this.
I gave you everything I have on Wayne. I've held up my end of the bargain, and I expect you to do the same.
This is very shady indeed. Whatever they're talking about, it doesn't sound good.
Hill is setting me up. Penguin's gonna take a shot at me. If Hill's talking to Penguin, he must know something. It's time I paid him a visit.
I agree. The mayor must have answers, but if I may offer a word of advice, the whole world was horrified at what Batman did to Falcone.
Didn't do it.
You terrorized the mayor too. You could lose Gotham's goodwill completely. Then again,
Okay.
Batman's methods would certainly get him talking immediately. Bruce would have to depend on his guile to loosen Hill's lips.
So, the best option is currently this because of the decision that it made, and it brutalized Falcone when I didn't actually do it. So,
Going as Bruce is the
I
smart
usually
choice.
do it this way anyway. So, I usually do it as Bruce anyway. So, this won't really change anything, and hopefully, I can pull back what it had done with the decisions that it had made for me in the first episode. And in coming episodes, hopefully, I can pull it back and actually sway it in my favor. As long as it doesn't crash again and I have to restart again. That would make me mad.
Sorry, the mayor's busy. Do you have an appointment? The mayor's doing debate prep. He really can't be disturbed right now.
Oh, well, I was really hoping you'd be able to help me out. Who knows? Maybe I could return the favor one day.
It seems you do have an appointment, Mr. Wayne. Silly me.
I love how he's just like so smooth with his words and such.
Bruce Wayne? Finally, you've come to see me. Of course, only after your name's been dragged through the mud. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to see you. But you're a day late and a great many dollars short.
We can be friends, Hill. I'd like us to put aside our differences.
It's easy to ask for peace when you've already lost the war. But I won't be the one to deny a fresh start. Your father and I, we took this city and made it ours. Falcone too, rest his soul. We built everything we have. You were born with it. A young man like you wouldn't understand what it takes to rise to the top.
Oh, I understand. Very well.
I gave you everything I have on Wayne. I've held up my end of the bargain, and I expect you to do the same. Sounds like me.
It is you.
So, what's your point? I take it you have one. Or are you just fond of my dulcet tones?
Why attack me? Because of Dent and the campaign?
I'm in Cobblepot's crosshairs, same as you.
But you fed them dirt on me.
Only the files I seized from Wayne Manor. Your father, Falcone, and I, we had ways of getting anything we wanted. How do you think your family got the land for Wayne Tower? Cobblepot wants retribution because we took his family's land. Oswald's family signed it over to us, along with the rest of their assets.
If that's true, then Oswald has a right to be angry. Is there any proof?
Your father and I hid our tracks quite well. There's so much more I could share, if only we were friends. I could help you deal with Penguin, let you in on some family history. But I'm caught in a dogfight for my political career, and my rival has bottomless pockets. If that rival were to say, drop out, or his advertising spend were to dry up, I might have a lot more resources for helping a new friend.
Now, I'm gonna do this, but it gives you the option to double cross him.
Your friendship.
I knew you'd see the light. It's time we really talked. Power is an old oak. The trunk stands strong, but it's the roots that hold it up. And the thickest of them lead to Arkham.
Arkham Asylum?
Your father, me, Falcone, we used it to get our enemies out of the way. Drugged and declared them insane. It made it easy to take their things. Thomas was the doctor. I leveraged my political power to ease the transfer of assets. Falcone was the muscle. He had his own way of making problems go away.
So that's what Oz wants to punish me for?
His mother was one of our last patients. You can hardly expect him to think rationally. Gotham was chaos before we took control. At least now there's a semblance of order. Listen, Bruce. Now that we're back on the same side, your father's last gift to me, they're yours. The keys to the city.
Thank you.
Hamilton. Call me Hamilton. Penguin's gathered quite a few victims to his crusade. But that's a problem for another day. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to prep for the debate. My door is always open, Bruce. Next time, make an appointment.
Good luck tonight.
I don't need luck. I hit hard enough to win without it.
Like I said, I only agreed to work with Hill because it gives you the option to double cross him.
Get a warning to Gordon. Tell him to increase security of the debate. Hill seems to think he's safe, but Penguin's still out there.
Loading screens, am I right? Come on. It's getting annoying now. Oh, hey, there's a little cursor. But it wasn't able to be moved. Okay.
I wonder what else is on here.
Sorry.
As per your request, Lieutenant Gordon has tripled security at the debate.
Thanks, Alfred.
It's a plan of the old Monarch Theater.
The auditorium where the debate's being held. I hacked into the image feeds from the security cameras at the auditorium.
Just to be safe.
Just to be safe.
Hills, details about your father. They must have been quite upsetting. I can't imagine how you must feel.
To hear their crimes detailed, first by Falcone, then by a snake like Hill. It makes me question myself.
You shouldn't, Bruce. You are your own man. And the city needs you, now more than ever.
Okay.
I'll leave you to it then.
Gotham District Attorney Harvey Dent appears to some potholes
I'm sorry.
on his path to the mayor's office.
Yawn.
Despite the backing of billionaire Bruce Wayne,
hold
rumors
up.
persist that the candidate is having trouble paying his campaign staff
Let me
and
just
making ad buys.
quickly.
A Dent spokesperson said these
Yeah.
rumors are
Okay.
nothing
There's
more than a
that
smear
one.
tactic
I'm just
perpetuated
trying
by the
to
incumbent Mayor Hill's campaign.
find out what other decisions were made in the first
Nobody goes
things.
to Gotham's dive bars expecting a quiet night out. Police say a brawl tonight at the Stack Deck Bar in Otisburg was the rowdiest one in recent memory. Reports say multiple arrests were made, with all the suspects taken into custody while unconscious. Police are seeking an unidentified man and woman who were seen in conversation with the assailants shortly before the fight.
Okay.
District Attorney
Yeah.
Harvey Dent appears to be hitting
So there's
some
not that many
potholes on his
bad
path to the
things.
mayor's office.
Okay.
Despite the backing of billionaire Bruce.
Sorry. Just wanted to do this. I didn't really want to pay attention to the two bottom
the images
things.
on these cameras haven't changed. Something's wrong.
Penguin's men may have commandeered the cameras on their end. We could just be looking at
What they want us to see. Warn
Nothing.
Gordon that he may have visitors. I have to get down there now.
So I didn't really want to pay too much attention to the bottom things, but because of the stupid restart thing, I wanted to check if there was any other decisions that were majorly detrimental to my future as Batman, other than Falcone being brutalized, and that was the only one that I saw. So okay, I can pull back from it because now he's dead and nobody really cares anymore.
Harvey needs to get out of there.
Hey, Bruce. Man, I'm glad you called. I needed to talk to you, actually. Something's come up. Something that's... well, it's not exactly pleasant.
Harvey, listen to me. Your life is in danger.
Because of Penguin and his thugs?
Thanks, but there is an army of security here. They have me in some back room until the debate begins.
For my own protection, they said. A little bit of overkill, if you ask me.
It's not overkill, Harvey. It's a real...
Please. I need to
Get this off my chest.
look.
Bruce, I didn't want to do this over the phone, but...
My advisors are telling me that I need to... distance myself from you. Until all this mess with your family blows over.
I get it. It's the smart move, but let's talk about that later.
I'm glad you see it that way.
What with the allegations in the press, and now this mess with Falcone, you're a
liability.
But here's the thing, Bruce.
Without your money...
I am dead in the water. I know this is a delicate topic, but I need you to keep me afloat.
I may have to trash you in public, but you and me, we'll know the truth about our friendship.
Forget your campaign for a minute. The money won't matter if you're dead.
Yeah, well, until I am, it is still my primary concern. Listen, I hate to push you, but I need to know. Can I count on your money, Bruce?
Now see, this is where it gives me the option to double cross him.
Whatever it takes to save Gotham. That's what we wanted.
I'll always support you, Harvey.
Oh, thank you, Bruce. Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. To Gotham. I'm sorry, Bruce. The makeup person is here. Guess she needs to put on my face. I hope you can still watch the debate somewhere. No matter what I have to say tonight, remember, you are always my friend.
Harvey!
They have to put on my face. Which one? Because Harvey Dent is Two-Face. Ha 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 ha. It's very funny.
Batman. Yeah, all quiet so far.
I've got a feeling that's about to change.
But just so we're clear, you and me, we're on shaky ground.
Jim, listen.
No, listen to me. The excessive violence, it can't go on. Most of the GCPD already think you're a monster. Don't prove them right.
I'm sorry for putting you in a difficult spot, Jim. I value our working relationship.
So do I, Batman. That's why I need you to rein it in.
We have bigger things to worry about right now. Your security has been compromised.
I've got patrols on every door.
You better check on them.
I'd keep that holstered if I were you.
What's she doing here? She was part of that robbery at the mayor's office.
Really? You're gonna drag out that dead horse?
We're all on the same side, Jim.
This better not come back to bite me. Alpha Patrol, come in.
That, incident in the bar. Dead is its own kind of cage. I can't stand being in it. Not that I needed your help or anything, but you had my back. I thought I'd repay the favor. You know, like you scratch my back, I cut some people up.
This is no bar fight. They're coming with everything they have.
Good. That brawl barely had me break a sweat.
None of my men on the ground are responding.
Enough waiting. We're going in.
Alpha, do you read?
Now aren't you glad I'm here?
Well, you have a better shot than my SWAT team of getting in there quietly. We are seriously underfunded at the GCPD.
Sounds like a vote for Dent, Lieutenant.
I love how I just go zipping across the screen like that.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our live debate for the next mayor of Gotham City. This is an important debate for these two candidates, incumbent Mayor Hamilton Hill and the challenger, Gotham District Attorney Harvey Dent. And it's also important for you, the citizens of Gotham, who will soon head to the polls to decide the future of your home, a city that's faced its share of hardships in recent years. Rising crime rates, income inequality, and yes, a masked vigilante loose on our streets. Candidates will tackle it all.
Wrecked. There's the cops.
At least we know why they weren't responding.
Gordon, we found one of your patrols. They've been terminated.
Sorry, ladies and gents. As you might have guessed, there's been a change to tonight's program. First order of business, firing the moderator.
I hate to be a downer, but these hostages, I don't like their chances.
He just didn't have a head for the issues.
If we're quick and decisive, no one else has to die.
If you say so. But Penguin's playing for keeps.
Fanatics always do.
Okay.
You'll do. Get out here. Keep it quiet back there.
These guys are armed to the teeth.
We need a new moderator.
Come on, you.
You there! Yes! You! Thank you for volunteering.
Please, no.
Go on, then. Introduce the candidates. Stage fright, huh? All right, I'll get you started.
3 hostiles. Gotta take them out quietly.
Okay. This guy. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. What's this? Wait, cancel. Oh, there. Okay. There we go. I wanted to do it that way.
Smart.
Smart. Okay, and then I'll go for this guy and then the other guy. This guy. Light. That. And then this guy. I said this guy. Thank you. Door or the table? I've never done the door. Okay, cool.
Kicking each other are all encouraged. Rule 3. Always.
There's that. And there's that. Wrecked.
Keep your heads down. Make for the police line.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
My Telltale brothers and sisters of Gotham, you have nothing to fear. We are the children of Arkham. We are here to end the masquerade and expose the corruption that ruined your city. For too long, men like your esteemed mayor have profited from the pain of innocence.
I knew this was too big for Oswald alone. Someone else is pulling the strings.
Smart. Let someone else do the dirty work.
Look into the hearts of these spineless creatures. Chosen to
Go
lead.
on, love. You know what to do.
Candidates, take off your masks.
Okay. And this basically makes him tell the truth.
About the city you pretend to love.
Everybody in Gotham saw that moderator get shot on live TV. What's going on in there?
First off, we should incinerate the pool.
Really want to hear what I think? Gotham's flawed. That city isn't. Flaws but make beautiful.
We're out of time, Batman. The press is going nuts with those two drunks on stage.
Not.
Okay. Sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky.
Roll the tape!
Subject 9.
I thought your father was dead.
Subject 9. Esther Cobblepot. You've been declared criminally insane and committed to Arkham indefinitely as a ward of the state.
Please, I'll sell you the land. Please don't do this.
You had your chance. You should have made the deal we offered you. Give her the drug.
Thomas, we're friends. Our boys play together.
You were warned, Esther. You know I always get what I want. Commence the procedure. Give her a dose she won't come back from.
God.
Now you know. Now you will see.
Okay.
Batman! You certainly know how to make an entrance.
Wrecked.
Why don't you kick the crap out of him?
Wrecked.
Please, I made an end.
You could never.
Okay. Okay.
I took out Thomas Wayne. That was all him. He didn't know when to stop. I had him killed because of it.
Ow.
So this is for her.
Don't let you kill anyone else!
Why, your turn, Dent!
There we go. There's that.
Where's your mate, Bruce Wayne? Your biggest supporter, and he didn't even turn up. Batman! The revolution's already started! It's too late to join!
Let Dent go.
And what if I don't?
I'll crush every bone in your body.
I knew you'd say something like that.
I don't know which one to do this time. I've done both of them. Let's do this one. Out of my better judgment.
Hold your fire, damn it!
That's the only way that I did it.
Harvey.
Where's the maniac in the mask? We need paramedics over here, now!
That's the only reason I did that, was because it's like it makes him look different, and that's the reason.
City Hall is in chaos after Mayor Hamilton Hill was confirmed dead.
Yeah, he got shot like 4
Several members
times.
of the Children of Arkham have been arrested. The Penguin is still at large.
I don't know how much more there is in this episode. Hold up. I don't know. I feel like it's getting closer to the end of this episode, but there might be more still.
He won't be the same after this.
Meanwhile, the Wayne family scandal continued to escalate after the full list of Thomas Wayne's victims was released to the public.
It's a really low-res looking picture. His glasses didn't look quite right. I don't remember this. I don't remember even that little section right there. I don't remember that. That might be the end of the episode. It might be.
Lawyers representing Bruce Wayne have no comment at this time.
We are the children of Arkham, and we have opened your eyes.
Yeah. That's the end of the episode. That's what I thought. Okay. Now, if it hadn't been for the stupid restart thing and changing my decisions that I had made, it would have been differently. All it really does is that it keeps Gordon from judging you and calling you violent and out of control or whatever. That plus, apparently, one of the decisions that it also made is that it had given the information about Falcone to Gordon instead of Vicky like I had done. So, what the difference is for that then, it tells, okay. If you give it to Vicky, Harvey doesn't find out about the fact that you gave it to Gordon instead, because Harvey was kind of counting on Falcone and his mob to give him a lot of votes, and it kind of makes him upset for a second. That's pretty much it. But if you give it to Vicky, he never finds out, so he doesn't like blame you about it, and that's the only thing. That plus you also like boost Vicky Vale's career with like a groundbreaking story like that. So, okay, starting off at the beginning with the decisions that I made. Obviously this wasn't the green. I think this next one is too. Yeah. I'm only doing these things because it's a popular decision. Because I've played this game twice and I know what the popular decisions are on most of these decisions. So I only did the popular ones. Yeah. See, that's between this and the fact that it actually changes Harvey to look more like Two-Face. That's the reason I actually saved Selina instead. So that's pretty much it then. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue to next time on, and then we'll end the episode when we get back to the main menu.
Next time on Batman, the Telltale series.
That's like weird. He never said it before. Never said it out loud before that I know of. Hold up.
You may have saved me, but this isn't... You don't know these people, Bruce.
Authorities are scrambling. The so-called Children of Arkham have the city in a frenzy, but there's still no sign of their masked leader. With Hill and Falcone dead by their hands, the question on everyone's lips is, who's next?
After that news about your father sending innocent people to Arkham, sounds like the whole city wants your head on a pike.
The Waynes have always run this company, but now they want to decide what your future at this company will be.
Yeah.
Do you really think Bruce Wayne is worth protecting?
Everybody's worth protecting. Am I right?
What do you want from me?
You know what I want.
This doesn't happen.
No more hiding, not for anyone.
But don't worry, Bruce Wayne's finally gonna get what's coming to him.
Bruce! Bruce!
They show some things that they were like really dramatized version. Dramatized? What? It's like a really big dramatization of what actually happened. So it's not truly exactly what happens. Some of it never actually happens, or they never even mention it at all. But especially that one with Selina. What do you want? You know what I want. No, that doesn't actually happen. But there is more character development with all these characters and the future of the game and such. No, that's what I wanted to be. Okay, so there's the end of episode 2. Episode 3 is of course next. But yeah, with this episode, if I hadn't had the stupid restart thing, because what happened is I started episode 2 in another stream that I deleted because it got cut off. So I started it and I got part of the way into it, like a very short way into it, maybe 5 minutes into it, and then the game itself like errored, like there was an error on my system in the game, and it closed the game, put me back in my main menu, and when I went to start the game back up, it ended the stream. So then I deleted the stream off my channel, and then I went back to episode 1, hit restart episode 1. The second I got into it, I paused it and ended it and quit it so that I wouldn't have to play it for 2 hours again and get the same decisions, and then it just automatically gave me some random decisions, and then I did this, the way it ended up turning out, which, like I said, I think I can pull it back from the bad decisions that were made on the other, when that were automatically generated. I think I can pull it back by the end of the game, but of course, episode 3 is next. But for episode 2, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.